The centenary of the Automobile Club Monte Carlo provided the impetus for a project that perfectly reflected the ambitions of the Principality of Monaco, a small territory with enormous significance in the world of motorsport. To mark the occasion, the decision was made to create the first ever supercar, bearing the Monte Carlo pedigree. Thus was born the MCA Centenaire, a car intended not only to pay tribute to a century of racing tradition, but also to demonstrate the technological capabilities and independence of the Principality. The project received official support from the royal family, and one of the first examples was ceremoniously presented to Prince Rainier III, with the active involvement of his son, Albert, the future Prince of Monaco, and a renowned motorsport enthusiast. The project was carried out by Monte Carlo Automobile, founded in 1983 by Fulvio Maria Ballabio. He was a remarkable figure, a racing driver, engineer, and entrepreneur whose previous careers included Formula One, IndyCar, and Le Mans prototype projects. Ballabio assembled an international team of specialists, including engineers previously associated with Alfa Romeo in F1. MCA's ambition was to create a road car that, in terms of design and performance, would be closer to a racing machine than a luxury GT. The Centenaire was to become a showcase for this philosophy and prove that even a small manufacturer could challenge the biggest. The MCA Centenaire's chassis was designed from the ground up, incorporating solutions rarely seen in road cars of the late 1980s and early 1990s. The centerpiece was a lightweight, yet highly rigid structure constructed largely from carbon fiber and Kevlar, materials previously known primarily from aviation and motorsports. This achieved high torsional stiffness while maintaining a relatively low weight. The body was designed by the renowned Italian studio Castagna, giving the car an aggressive wedge-shaped silhouette with prominent air intakes and a powerful rear wing. All design was focused on aerodynamics and engine cooling. The heart of the Centenaire was a 12-cylinder Lamborghini engine, known from the Countach and Diablo models. In naturally aspirated form, it developed around 455 horsepower, which in itself provided excellent performance. For the MCA, however, this was just the starting point. The engine was thoroughly modified, equipped with turbochargers, a modified intake system, and reinforced components. The result was a whopping 720 horsepower, a figure almost unimaginable in road cars of the early 1990s. Power was sent exclusively to the rear wheels via a 5-speed manual gearbox, making the Centenaire a demanding yet incredibly exciting machine. The MCA Centenaire's claimed performance placed it among the world's best. The manufacturer claimed a top speed of 350 km/h, 217 mph, making it one of the fastest cars of its era, alongside legends like the Bugatti EB110 and McLaren F1. Acceleration to 100 km/h, 62 meters, was said to take around 4 seconds, and the agility at higher speeds was downright brutal. A double wishbone suspension with adjustable shock absorbers allowed for adaptable handling for road or track driving, while powerful brakes were designed to cope with the supercar's weight and performance. MCA didn't limit itself to coupes. A roadster known as the GTB or Beau Rivage, named after a famous Monaco district, was also created. The open-top version retained most of the coupe's technical characteristics while offering a more exclusive character and a more direct connection to the V12 sound. A racing version, adapted for endurance competitions, was also developed in parallel. This car achieved several local successes, the most notable of which was a class victory in the 1993 6 Hours of Vallelunga. MCA's original plans called for a limited production run of 100 units, symbolically commemorating the centenary of the Monte Carlo Automobile Club. Reality quickly thwarted these ambitions. The extremely high price, resulting from handcrafted production and the use of very expensive materials, meant that customers were few. It's estimated that only 5 or 6 Centenaires were ultimately built in all versions. Each was largely unique, tailored to the owner's wishes and differing in technical details and finish. In the mid-1990s, MCA's financial situation deteriorated, leading to its acquisition by the French group AIXAM in 1996. The new owner decided to capitalize on the project's technological potential by creating the Monte Carlo supercar under the Mega brand. The design was based on the Centenaire, but the Lamborghini engine was abandoned, replaced by a Mercedes-Benz V12. Although the project generated interest, it also never entered series production, and Mega subsequently focused on much more down-to-earth city cars. An interesting episode in the Centenaire's history was its second youth under the Mingrelia and Georgia brand. A modified coupe, known as the MiG M100, was entered in the 24 Hours of Le Mans. The project had ambitions, but limited technical and financial resources meant the car's adventure ended during the qualifying stage of the 1993 season. Nevertheless, the very fact that it attempted to compete at Le Mans underscored how close the MCA design was to the racing world and how seriously its sporting potential was taken. Today, the MCA Centenaire remains one of the most fascinating and forgotten supercars of its era. It symbolizes a time when engineering audacity and visionary ambition often outpaced market realities. Although the project was a financial failure, its legacy endures as an example of extreme, almost romantic motoring, created by enthusiasts for enthusiasts. The Centenaire proved that even a place as small as Monaco can make supercar history, not through sheer quantity but through the scope and uncompromising vision.